Hello again, everybody. I figured since I was kind of in a chatty, talkative mood, I would go ahead and make another video. Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a second. But this one is about my tongue piercing. I have little notes down here too, so if you see me looking away, that's what I'm looking at. And I just made notes this time so I wouldn't forget anything, because I made a video earlier that I uploaded, but I forgot some stuff that I wanted to mention. So I just went ahead and said, fuck it, I'll make another video and just re-upload it, and I'll probably take down the other one, but it doesn't matter. So, I got my tongue pierced on Saturday, July 5th. I'd wanted it for a while, but I just never went and got it done because I was, afraid of not being able to eat or talk or anything like that. And, yeah. So I finally went and got it done, and it went around like 5 or 6, and I had had lunch that day, but I hadn't had dinner, which is just really stupid of me because I kind of knew I wasn't going to be able to eat anything after I got it done, but whatever. And I went to this tattoo and piercing place that my fiance and I kind of have both decided was our place, because we thought we had a place, but it ended up not really working out right. I might make a separate video on that, but I may not, because I'm not going to mention the names of the places, because I think, it's kind of rude. I don't know. Anyways, I went in with my fiance to this place that, we've both gotten stuff. He's gotten pierced there, and I've bought jewelry from there. So yeah, I went in and I had to wait a little bit because they had another piercing to do before me, but I filled out the paperwork, and then after that I went back to like the little room, and it was me, my fiance, the piercer, and his apprentice, because yeah, it's like this apprentice guy, and they're both really cool, the piercer and the apprentice, so, you know, no big deal. Now, my piercing process was slightly different because I guess he was out of the regular straight 14 gauge needle, so he was originally going to do it with a 12 gauge needle, but put in like a 14 gauge tongue barbell, but he decided not to. He decided to use a 16 gauge needle and just put like this huge taper through to stretch it out to a 14, and then put the tongue barbell in. So I went in, he gave me some paper towels to tuck in my shirt in case I drooled. Gave me a little cup of mouthwash, which I had to rinse for like 20 or 30 seconds and, you know, spit it back in the cup or whatever. After that, I had to stick out my tongue, and he put a little mark on there, and he said everything looked good, and if I didn't have any other questions, that he was going to go ahead. He did tell me not to swallow or anything. If I was going to drool, just to let it happen. So he wrapped a paper towel around my tongue to dry it off again, just to make sure that it was nice and dry, and then he put a clamp on it, and I don't even remember the clamp really hurting. So, you know, whatever. I know some people on here say, oh, the clamp is the worst part. I don't even remember the clamp. So yeah, that's just me. So he clamped it and he pierced it with the 16 gauge needle, and it was kind of painful, like I felt it, but it didn't really hurt that bad. It was like a sharp pinch, like not even as bad as when I bite my tongue. So, I mean, that part wasn't a big deal for me. And then after he pierced it, he took this big long taper and put it through, and I could feel that, and it hurt, but it wasn't that bad. So that wasn't really too painful. And apparently, I had my eyes closed through this whole process because I did not want to have my tongue out and see like this needle and taper going through. So I had my eyes closed, but apparently my fiance was watching, and both he and the piercer's apprentice cringed when the piercer put the taper through. But it honestly didn't hurt that bad. It was just kind of uncomfortable and irritating. But like I said, no big deal. So after the taper, he put the jewelry in, screwed down the bulb, and then was giving me the rundown of what I could and couldn't do. He told me I couldn't have any alcohol, especially not beer, because the yeast in the beer can give you a yeast infection in your tongue, which is fucking nasty. Ugh. So, yeah, he also said, like, no kissing or anything for, I think, like 6 to 8 weeks or something. I don't remember. Anyways, he also said that, and he told me to swish with a non-alcoholic mouthwash like 10 to 15 times a day, or after I ate or drank anything that wasn't water. What else? Oh, he also told me that I could eat whatever I wanted as long as it's something that I could chew, but he did say to avoid anything that was really hot or things that were spicy because it might irritate the new piercing. So after the piercing that night, I had a cup of strawberry jello, and honestly I really struggled to eat it because I don't think my tongue had really swelled up that much, but I had this sorry, I got distracted looking at it. This huge bar in my tongue that I wasn't used to, and I couldn't really like move the gel around in my mouth right, so I pretty much just went, and I'm sure that looks so terrible. I just kind of slid the jello off the spoon into the back of my mouth and just kind of sucked on it until it melted. So that was interesting, to say the least. I think the next day I was trying to eat solid food. I think I might have had some french fries from work that were kind of soft. And then I did try and eat some barbecue ribs that were also really soft. I just tore it off into small pieces and again stuck it back to the back of my mouth and chewed on it. What else? I don't really remember what I ate the other days, but I progressively started eating more and more and more each day. And it's been like a week and 3 days since I got it pierced, and I can pretty much talk and eat normally. Like today, or the other day, I had some steak and shake and some spaghetti, and today I had, what did I have? Pizza, and I don't know what else. So I can pretty much talk and eat normally. If you watch some of my other videos when you're watching this one, you may or may not notice that my S's are a little like hissy, and my smile's crooked. It's always sits crooked. Anyways, My S's are still a little weird. Sometimes the TH or T sounds are harder for me to pronounce, along with L's, L, because when I say L, if you notice, the ball kind of hits my teeth, and I'm trying to avoid that, but I mean, it's kind of impossible right now. So, yeah. Let me go a little closer here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have like this dent in my tongue, where the ball sits, and that's just from it being swelled up so much, and the ball is like pressing against my tongue, and my tongue's like pressing against the ball, so it's left that dent. But I mean, that's something I kind of expected. I can't function 100% normal right now, but I don't have any regrets. I know that I will get there eventually, and I think it'll be a hell of a lot easier once I switch to a shorter standard size barbell with the acrylic ball, so that way I won't have to worry about it like clicking against my teeth. So yeah, I'm gonna make another video talking about all of my piercings, just kind of like a little overview. So when I do that, I will put a link in the description box here. I will also put links to some of my other piercing videos, if you just want to check the description to see which ones. I'm probably going to talk about my belly ring, my smiley, and maybe, oh, wrong year, my double helix. You can't really see them as those too. Anyways, yeah, but I'll leave all the links over in the description if you want to watch any of those. I will also link my tongue rings for my industrial video, and I also wanted to say that the majority of those tongue rings in that video I won't be actually putting in my tongue, because I want to keep them for my industrial, because like these are tongue ring balls. I just take the walls off of the tongue ring and I put them on there, because I think it would be kind of gross to take them from my mouth to my ear to my mouth. So I will be getting some more and dedicating some of the tongue rings that I have now that I haven't used in my industrial specifically for my tongue. But anyways, if you want to check that out, I'll post a link, and I'll make another tongue ring collection video sometime in the future when I actually have tongue rings that I'm going to put in my tongue later. So if you have any questions or comments or anything about a tongue piercing, you can go ahead and leave a comment or send me a message, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you later. Bye!